Two men journey to the bars and restaurants of Scandinavia to find amazing beers, always with the same question.
Hey, what's on tap?
It's time to find out.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Today we are at one of our all-time favorite, must-go-to stops in Copenhagen. And I don't think I've ever been to Copenhagen, and, well, I probably have, but it's not often that I come to Copenhagen and don't stop by Olbutiken and say hi to Morten, because This place is an absolute joy to visit. He has just one of, it's not, I would say, the deepest beer selections, but is definitely one of the best curated and one of the most discerning voices in the market in Denmark, I would say.
He's got a great variety of pale ales, IPAs, sour stuff like lambics and gueuses. He does the basically now infamous or incredibly famous Cantillon Blueberry release each year. Mm-hmm. The Blueberry Cantillon Lambic that is made exclusively for this store.
Yeah, and it is, you know what, whether or not you actually get a bottle, just coming and standing in line and hanging out is worth the day.
Just experiencing that.
Just hanging out with fellow beer nerds, and everyone brings like just amazing stuff to try. And you're just going to try stuff that you're not going to find anywhere else.
Yeah.
But that's the beer release in June, I guess, or when is it again?
It's usually in August.
August, okay.
Yeah, it depends on when the beer is ready.
All right, so whenever it's ready, you know what, we'll definitely do a live recording
we'll definitely
from
do
there.
A live Cantillon Blueberry.
Yeah, because Matthias couldn't go last year.
Yeah.
It was my first year to go last year, and I had an absolute blast. I will definitely make that one of my go-to things for the year.
Oh yeah, same here.
So much fun.
Same here. So we're sorry for making this a little bit short today, but we're a little bit pressed for time because we came here a little bit late and Morten is about to close up. So we're just going to do one beer review today.
Yep. And
we have chosen, in the spirit of the gueuze and lambic traditions of the Cantillon Blueberry, we have chosen a Mort Subite gueuze that we're going to try.
Exactly.
So without further ado, this is, judging by the best before date, this should be a 2015 vintage.
Okay.
And let's see here. There we go.
Perfect. I'm very excited about this. Wow, this is a little darker than I've seen a lot of.
I was just going to say, yeah, it looks
a lot of goes to be. They're usually a lot lighter than this. This is much more darker and caramelly looking. Oh man, I can smell it from here. It smells
really nice.
Just light and sour and effervescent. You're a huge gueuze fan. So what about it? What about this style is like the thing that sells you on it? What is it that you're looking for?
I think it's just
when you try a gueuze.
I think it's just all of the time that goes into making it.
And wait, sorry. Let me back this up. Let me roll this back a little bit. Most people probably don't know what a gueuze is. So what is a gueuze to begin with?
Well, that's probably going to be a way too long of a explanation for this episode.
Give me the elevator pitch.
All right. So the small short pitch of it is that it is a wort brewed in a specific way in Pajottenland in Belgium, and a gueuze is a blend of different vintages of lambic.
Okay.
And so a lambic is basically the wort fermented, spontaneously fermented. It's like one of the key factors. Spontaneously fermented beers blended together to create a gueuze.
Okay, so what you're saying is you take a bunch of spontaneously fermented lambics,
but they have to be made in a certain way as well.
Well, okay, it's style, but it's also regional, right? You can't not anywhere it can brew. It's kind of like champagne or cognac. If it's made in the Champagne region or the Cognac region, you can call it that. If you make it outside of that region, it's called brandy or it's called Lambrusco or Cava or California Sparkling.
Yeah.
So gueuze has to be made in a specific region inside of
Lambic
Belgium.
has to be made.
Lambic does.
And then the gueuze has to be blended in that.
Right. So which also means that it's also specific to that region because you only blend. I mean, you could take basically the lambics and move them to some other country and then blend them there, but there's no point in doing that.
No.
So, so it's all done. It's a geographically regional specific.
Yeah. It's a basically a protected name in that region.
Right.
Exactly the same way as Champagne.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but the thing here, so this is just a gueuze lambic.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not an oude gueuze,
Okay.
which means that usually they're back sweetened or filtered.
Mm-hmm.
So this is not a gueuze that's going to kind of evolve that much in the bottle.
Okay.
And
So
also-
basically, this is one of those what you see is what you get kind of.
Yeah.
Drink it new. There's no point in saving it 2034.
Nothing's going to happen. So, and having had a little taste here just now, I can tell you already that it's a sweetened one.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of the ones that were created in, I believe it was the 70s, where they started sweetening the gueuzes, and all the traditional lambic breweries started kind of like having to close their doors because people weren't buying the traditional oude gueuzes anymore, like the really sour acidic ones, which was a real shame. But now we have a couple, like a few of the traditional gueuze breweries still left.
It's kind of a niche. It's still a niche style, and it's a niche concept that is coming back. And I would say it's making small
it's already come
inroads,
back.
and I would say it's 100%. It's come back in Europe, but I would say
It's come back in the US as well. Everyone is raving for the Cantillons.
Yeah, because it's a marquee name.
Well,
But nobody was also raving. I mean, no one's just over the moon for Hanson's or Dre Fontaine.
Oh, Drie Fontaine they are.
But I mean, they are.
Definitely. And Chiraden is also like blowing up completely, which is also a fantastic lambic and gueuze.
Yeah, I'm saying it's on the rise still.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's.
I would say
I would say for the hardcore beer nerds, it's the kind of go-to thing, because then you've got like your I guess your second tier, but micro people that are kind of like Tommy Seth and I can never remember the name of the other guy. Buckereiter?
Oh, Buckereiter?
Buckereiter, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're also doing like these kind of beers as well. But then recently,
Buckereiter is massively sought after.
We're massively sought after in the ultra nerd beer scene. If you were to go and ask your average beer person, they don't know what gueuze is.
Yeah.
They don't know what lambics are. It's still a niche. I mean, within the greater sphere of things, it's still a niche market.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that what was it, Jester King put out was it Jester King?
Yep. The Spawn. The Methode Gueuze.
Right, and that was kind of the first real entry into this realm in America.
Well, I think it was I wouldn't say that.
What was the first? Okay, what was the first?
It might be the first brewery that actually made a. And don't quote me on that because I don't know.
I'm quoting you right now. This is fact.
All right.
Tia says it, so it's fact.
Well, Jester King actually worked with Sean Van Roy from Cantillon into like figuring out what to call it.
Mm-hmm.
So, because they wanted to preserve like the tradition and respect the region where it came from and all that, but they made it to all of the traditional lambic brewing rules and all the different gueuze blending traditions as well. But they didn't want to call it a lambic or a gueuze.
Right, because it wasn't made in that region.
It wasn't made in that region.
Exactly.
So that's why they worked with Sean Van Roy to actually come up with what do they call these types of beer now. And they came up with Methode Gueuze, which basically just means the gueuze method. Mm-hmm. So they're brewing it in the exact same way. They're doing the spontaneous fermentation. They're blending 1, 2, and 3-year-old lambics into making a gueuze. But it's just not made in that region.
Right.
And of course, I mean, being that they are
But wait, you
spontaneously
said this wasn't the first. So there was something before this.
Well, I don't know if there's been anyone else who's done it traditionally before.
I don't think there's been anyone that's done it traditionally before in the U.S.
I don't know.
I'm relatively, new to all this, but I would say that just in doing research and looking back and reading articles about the Spawn releases from Jester King, there's no mention of anything prior to this. So while maybe there was someone before. They definitely didn't get enough of a notice or didn't do it right or whatever that merited any kind of inclusion in this. So I would say they're probably one of the first. Okay, this is a safe demarcation. They're one of the first. They're one of the first to actually invest in the time and effort and energy to create this gueuze method.
Yes, they are, or they are probably one of the first.
Right. So yeah,
they are the first, or
in the top 5. Yeah, easily.
Whatever.
Okay.
They're doing a great job.
Yeah, we're digressing here.
Yeah,
needlessly.
Okay, so this is a sweetened lambic or a sweetened gueuze.
Right. Not a sweetened lambic, but a sweetened.
Well, it's got lambic in it.
Yes.
So, but this is a sweetened gueuze.
Okay.
Which kind of, I don't really like that.
Why not? Because you like really dry. You like the dry.
I know, and I like the really acidic ones as well. Okay. Because, I mean, and the sweetened and filtered ones, they don't get as complex as the traditionally made ones who are just like bottle conditioned, non-filtered. They're going to evolve for so many years in the bottle. Mm-hmm. So I really do enjoy those a lot more because I do enjoy the acidity and the sourness of them. And I think that's kind of what people did not like back in the 70s. So that's why they started like sweetening their cherry and raspberry beers.
Well, I also think 70s was a time when you got a lot more manufactured food items at that point too.
I guess. I don't know.
And so people were and sugar is dumped into a lot of those things. So I could see where something that was being dry and sour would not really fit with that 70s motif of being modern and sweet and hip, I guess. All right, so
I think we have to wrap this.
Yeah,
up.
we're gonna jump into this now.
Get out of here.
This is a good introduction into the gueuze. I'm sure we will talk about this style much more in the future because Matthias is all up in this big time. We'll have to post his photos of his collection of lambics and gueuze because it's vulgar, quite frankly. I mean, it's impressive as hell, but it's also like, dude, we need to have intervention. We need to talk. There's something going on here. All right, so
smelling it, you can smell it's sweetened.
It's not as dry and effervescent as you usually get from.
And you usually get like tons of like citrusy notes and all that, but you don't get that.
But it's still really pleasant. Smells great.
You can if this was traditionally, or rather say, if this was not sweetened and non-filtered, it would probably be a lot better in my opinion.
Yeah, very possible. Because if you look at it, it looks very malty. Like I'm expecting this to be a sweet malty kind of beer. It's kind of not coppery, but
I would say kind of coppery.
Yeah, coppery, darkish. It has a malty. It doesn't look like this light straw, effervescent bubbles kind of coming in from it. It looks dark and a little heavier, and it smells. And Matthias is not waiting for me to sample. He's already.
I'm
halfway through this, so let's go. Let's just get into this then.
You see?
Wow.
Way too sweet.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
So I had.
You can tell that there's a good background to it.
I had. Okay, to put the comparison, I had the Dre Fontaine Eau de Gueuze last night, as a matter of fact, and it was dry, amazing. But it was so good. It was just bounces off of your tongue. It was playful. It was just like a lot of fun to drink. Really kind of a lot going on. Unctuous, really a lot going on with this. Yeah, this is overly sweet. This tastes like someone has added just a ton of sugar. It's like the difference between you've had like iced tea before, right?
Yeah.
So the difference between iced tea and sweetened iced tea. So if you had iced tea, you kind of appreciate iced tea for the tea complexity of tea. Whereas sweet tea is just like, we're going to take tea and then we're going to dump like a pound of sugar into tea. This tastes like somebody took a gueuze and then dumped a pound of sugar into it. This is way incredibly
I think
sweet.
that's the annoying part about this. So yeah, I'm not.
It's
I'm
not
just not a huge
It's
fan.
not my favorite style. No. Of this is still a pleasant beer. It's still quite nice, but it just takes off because you want a gueuze that is light and citrusy,
effervescent, all that good stuff.
In this case, like hard sugar.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the sweetened lambics and gueuses.
No, I completely understand why. So outside of knowing, just it says sugar in the label. Ugh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's 4.5% alcohol by volume. And I don't know what the rating is on tap. You're looking it up.
I just did.
Yeah. What's the rating?
1 second.
Come on. You had it in front of you.
It is, drum roll, 3.298 out of 10,264 ratings.
That feels about right.
Yeah.
I cannot argue with that. I would give this a 3 out of 5.
Yep.
Just middle of the road. I guess it's kind of an introductory gueuze, but
I mean, it's
really.
all right. It's all right. It's not, to be honest, like, it's okay. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I know a lot of people like it. So I'm not going to knock it.
Well, I wouldn't say a lot of people like it. It's only about 3.2, so it's not.
Out of 10,000, yeah.
Yeah, out of 10,000.
Yeah.
That's not a huge review. I mean, that's not glowing recommend. That's not glowing.
It's better than middle ground. Like, it's more than 2.5. It is 3.298.
That's, for me, that's middle ground right there. That is. I mean, if something came in, if I was like on Untapped and something came in at 2.5, I'd be like, ooh, that will not be drinking that. Really under 3.5, I'm really hesitant.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're both giving this a 3. It was okay.
It's all right.
Yeah.
But we kind of wanted to do a sour at Olbutiken, even though this happened to accidentally be a sweetened sour, because we were kind of in a rush to get it. So, but yeah, we should have done better. We'll be back for the
Cafe Blue. But that's kind of the beauty of the show. We can't pick everything that's amazing. We have to pick a few things that we find less. Yeah. And I'm sure we'll find more that we find less going further.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Check us out on Untapped. I don't want to say that. It just feels like we should be on Untapped.
Instagram, Facebook, iTunes, Stitcher.
There you go. And for some reason, I want to say SoundCloud, but I know it's not correct either because we don't have SoundCloud.
Well, if you say that, we're going to have to upload it there as well.
Oh, I know. That's a lot of work. It's not a lot of work, but it's more effort than I want to do.
Yeah.
All right. So check us out on what'sontappodcast.com. And please give us some feedback. We'd love to know what you think about the beers we review. And if you have anything you think we should check out, especially in the Scandinavian region, we will definitely do that. Otherwise, happy drinking.
Cheers.